We lose a child and a grandchild. Come on, she's a baby. She's a baby.
The 20-year-old and her 1-year-old baby girl were found dead in a car in a parking lot in Orange County.
Back to that breaking news in Orange County right now. 2 bodies found inside a car right outside of an office complex.
Yeah, that scene is near Lake Eleanor Drive and Rio Grande Avenue. Fox 35's David Bowden is there live with the latest breaking details. David.
John, take a look behind me. I want to get you right out to the scene right now. You can see investigators under that blue tent. There are several vehicles back there at that scene where this is a huge parking lot off of Lake Eleanor Drive that you mentioned the address. The vehicle is, we don't know exactly which vehicle it is back there yet, but you can see all of those investigators. That whole back parking lot there is blocked off. There's crime scene tape around, and they have been going through out of our sight. They've been going back and forth from underneath that tent, investigating this scene. Again, we know that there are 2 bodies that have been found inside one of those vehicles back there. We don't know exactly which one, nor do we know exactly what happened to either one of those individuals in the vehicles at this point. A lot more of an investigation going on. We are still awaiting details.
The search is on for 21-year-old Dujon Dwayne Griffiths, a man believed to be armed and dangerous, the suspect in attempted murder of a man and a person of interest in the deaths of a woman and her daughter. Orange County deputies were called to the 1900 block of Heritage Circle on Tuesday. There they found a man who had been shot 5 times.
It was so loud, you were pow, 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 pow. And we was just like, yo.
Jeremy Coney, who lives in this apartment complex, was awakened by sounds of gunshots.
But it was a bunch, and it was sounding kind of close. So I went outside just to make sure when nobody, you know what I'm saying, in front of like our apartment.
A lot of cops. They've been circling around the neighborhood, you know, just looking, I guess, for the person who did this.
Deputies said the victim told them he was shot by a friend who authorities identified as Griffiths. Family members of the man who had been shot contacted law enforcement, letting them know that they couldn't reach the man's daughter and the mother of the girl. Detectives found the bodies of the mother and 1-year-old daughter inside this silver car in a parking lot on Lake Eleanor Drive Thursday afternoon. Police say 20-year-old Masania Malcolm was found shot to death. Police believe the 1-year-old Jordania died from extreme heat after being left in the car.
It's disgusting. That is truly an evil person, and whoever did that is going to have to pay for those crimes.
The sheriff says Griffiths was living with the couple and their daughter, and that they began arguing a few days ago about whether or not he should leave.
This is a horribly tragic case that has shattered 2 families.
A manhunt after deputies say a woman and her baby were found dead in a car. The Orange County Sheriff's Office looking for 21-year-old Dwayne Griffiths. He's a person of interest in the case right now. News 6's Brian Didlake found out Griffiths is accused of shooting the child's father just days before.
So deputies say that the public needs to be on the lookout for 21-year-old Dwayne Griffiths, who has a current warrant out for attempted murder. Now, according to Orange County Sheriff's Office, Griffiths is a person of interest in the deaths of 20-year-old Masania Malcolm and her infant daughter, Jordania. Deputies say Griffiths is responsible for shooting the infant's 20-year-old father this past Tuesday in the backseat of a vehicle after an argument near Lake Heritage Circle. It's still unclear what the argument was about, but deputies say the victim did survive and is recovering from 5 gunshot wounds. During their talks with the victim's family, deputies learned that the victim's girlfriend, Malcolm, and his infant daughter were still missing. Investigators say they learned that Griffiths may have drove off with Malcolm and Jordania during the shooting, which prompted them to go searching for the 2. It wasn't until 2 days later on Thursday when they found Malcolm dead from a gunshot wound near Lake Eleanor, which was only a few minutes away from the initial shooting location. The remains of Jordania were found as well. Her cause of death is still to be determined.
We don't have a cause of death on the infant, Jordania, but we believe it may have been from the heat of the vehicle, but that still has to be determined.
Young mother and her baby found dead in a car. In just the last 30 minutes, the person of interest in this case has been upgraded to the prime suspect and charged with 2 counts of murder. There is a manhunt underway for him right now. Let's get out to Fox 35's Valerie Boy. She found out the connection between everyone involved in this sad story. Valerie.
Hey there, Luann. Well, relatives say one of the victims knew the suspect because he went to school with him in Jamaica, and now deputies are searching for the alleged suspect.
Just want this guy as well as his accomplice caught, because this is a cruel act to anybody. This is inhumane. This is heartbreaking. This has wrecked my family.
As deputies search for Dujon Griffiths, Latoya Reed mourns the death of her daughter, Masanya Malcolm, and her 1-year-old granddaughter, Jordania.
I came here because I wanted a better life. I didn't come here to bury my kids. I didn't. First thing he said that my friend shot me.
He survived. Latoya says the baby was found on top of her mom in a hot car.
She crawled on her mom and just was there until she passed. She tried to wake her mom. They left her in the car for so many days.
Latoya says Griffiths reached out to Masanya's boyfriend through Instagram. They met in Jamaica.
They went to school together.
She was concerned when Griffiths stayed with the couple and even asked her daughter's boyfriend why.
Why are you taking this guy into your one-bedroom apartment with your baby daughter? He said to me, Latoya, I knows what it feels like to be homeless, so I'm gonna help him.
She believes the couple asked him to move out and were in the process of taking him to the bus station when the shooting occurred.
He can be anywhere from Miami to New York to Boston, anywhere. Any information you have, please, I'm begging you. We lose a child and a grandchild. Come on, she's a baby. She's a baby.
Well, a heartbroken mother speaking only to Fox 35 News about the death of her daughter and her granddaughter.
God, I can never be the same again, never. My life is changed forever, never be the same. I was keeping my fingers crossed to find my daughter and my granddaughter alive. He came from Jamaica, I had nothing, nowhere to go.
Reed tells us that the couple had been trying to help Griffiths and that he moved in with them in August. She says they had recently asked him to move out.
The night in question, they were just taking him to a bus station for him to go. This is the worst thing ever, and I hope he's caught.